Greetings and salutations. Welcome back to another video on the channel. I am Dad of James, and in front of me is GateRuler Starter Deck Summon the Fell Dragons. Now, this one is, I guess, more designed for people who are quote-unquote veterans of GateRuler, because this one evidently has some has a mechanic where you're summoning creatures from the graveyard. So probably not too dissimilar from the Rise from the Grave decks that used to be pretty popular in Magic. So here, this one's got two different playmats. So you've got, on this side, you've got the rules and the breakdown, talking about the various rulers, and then on this side you got all the mechanics and whatnot, and then of course the playmat. So put that off to the side. We'll go ahead and get the playmat because, as I said in a previous video, it's always nice to have the playmat, even though this one's paper, when learning how to do a game, learning about the game, learning about the various mechanics and placement and all that fun stuff. So I got this off of Amazon. Wasn't too bad as far as price. You can usually find these on eBay, depending on the seller, for around $14 to $17, but you have to be very careful. I've noticed with a couple of the sellers on eBay that they're charging upwards to $15 for shipping this stuff, which is ludicrous in my opinion, but eBay allows it. Okay, so let's get into the craziness. So here is the Fell Dragon Quadrarch of Ruin. Very nice foil, not overly done. It's got the attack 7, it's got 7 hit points, and it strikes for 2. And it's a counter card. This is going to be the ruler of the deck. This is the Knight. So this one has, where you'll have the 2 cards in hand, 3 resources. Start turn, you choose 2 of your resources and ready them. So if you end up using all 3 of your resources, you'll only get 2 of them back the next turn. And then modifiers, summon cap 2. So you may normal summon up to 2 times during your turn. I love the feel of these cards because they feel like the outdoorsy playing cards. So they have a bit of a tough plastic feel to them, but also retain that nice little paper feel. So here is the Quadrarch of Ruin, an unfoiled version. The Fell Dragon Priest with the Abyssal Summoning. A standard action, put this into your graveyard. If you do, you may special summon a unit with Abyssal Concerto from your graveyard. Wow, that's crazy. So you get for the Fell Dragon Priest, the Deathbringer, the 2-headed Blight. Holy cow. So here's one with the Abyssal Concerto. Requirement, move 2 darkness cards from your graveyard to the bottom of your deck. If you can normal summon this unit, even with the Abyssal Concerto. And when this enters play through Abyssal Summoning until the end of the turn, it gains Defender. And at the end of your attack phase, you may move this to your defense zone. So, wow. So there's 3 copies of that. You have the Felled Dragon Fanatic, Dark Zeal. When this attacks, you may put the top card of your deck into your graveyard. So allowing you to go after for that abyssal summoning. Dark Knight Geist. See, when you put this into a graveyard from play or your deck, you may put the top card of your deck into your graveyard. So that's pretty nice. Dark Knight Reaver. It's kind of hard to make that out. That's just flavor text. Sorry. Okay, and here we go with some event cards. So you get, it looks like 3 copies of March of Darkness. Choose a unit with Abyssal Summoning in your graveyard and put it into your hand. That's the counter ability. Timing, standard action. During your main phase, you may play this from your hand, or if it's set, you may also play it when you drive it. Put the top card of your deck into your graveyard, then choose a unit with Abyssal Summoning in your damage zone and put it into your hand. Oh, now that's dangerous. Being able to take damage, take one of your damage counters and put it back into your hand. Whew. Let's see, another event card, and this looks like we've got 4 of the absolute 0 field. Timing, set this card. If you set, you can play it while you're being directly attacked. You take 0 combat damage from this attack. Wow. Plus it's got the counters, so that's cool. The Nox Djinn. Ooh. So its counter is a special summon this. So there's 4 copies. Let's see, this one, I'm not going to try to pronounce the name because I'll end up biting my tongue. Undying, if you have resources, you may pay this card's cost to normal summon this from your graveyard, counting for your summon cap. And this cannot be placed into the defense zone. Let's see, the Enthralled Prodigy, Abyssal Summoning. So another one that can go after the Abyssal Concerto. So there's 4 copies of this one. Midas G. Goldberg. So 2 copies. Merchant of Death. Whenever you accomplish an Abyssal Summoning, heal 1 life. Wow. That's pretty good. Jack the Ripper from Hell. When this destroys an enemy unit, you may put the top 2 cards of your deck into your graveyard. They were not kidding when they were talking about graveyard shenanigans. Let's see, Nibelung, Heart of Darkness. When using this to fulfill the requirements of an Abyssal Concerto, you may treat it as being 1 or 2 cards and or treat its level as being 1 number from 0 to 3. So 3 copies of that. Steel Storm. I believe we saw this one in the other deck. So this is a counter card. Timing, instant action. You can set this card. If set, you can play it at any time. Choose 1 or more enemy units. Deal 2 damage. Divided as you choose among them. And there are 3 copies of this event card. Win-win. Ooh, I wonder what the little symbol means. Still learning about these, so I do apologize, but I'm going to assume that the fancy symbol means something good. So this one, timing is standard action. You can set this card during your main phase. You may play this from your hand, or if it is set, you may also play it when you drive it. So draw one card, choose two of your resources, and your opponent also chooses two of their resources, and ready the chosen resources. All right, making a killing. So we've got 2 copies of this. And timing, you can set this card if you set. You can play it when you or your cards have dealt damage to an opponent. Discard a darkness card from your hand and you can draw 2 cards. Wow. And then, of course, the lovely resource cards. So, reason why I got this one, because the zombie deck was pretty good, but reading through some of these cards, this is actually supposedly a really powerful deck straight out of the box with very little to no adjustments to it. So pretty excited to get this one playing. As I promised my coworkers, we will start working on learning games. So have 2 decks now, so we can start doing matches and hopefully be able to film a couple of them. So anyway, thanks for joining. If you want to see more content like this, make sure to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and as always, have a pleasant rest of your day.